I've seen them come, I've watched them go, watched them rise, witnessed it and watched them blow. Watched them all blossom and watched them grow. Watched the lawsuits when they lost the dough.
Hello, and welcome to episode 5 of Who Watches Watching the Detectives, a podcast unlike any other on the internet.
I tried to find similar ones, and they're not out there.
My name is Eleanor. I'm joined, as always, by my two,
Have you already forgotten?
I'm trying, illustrious guests.
Couldn't find a fitting adjective.
We're your guests, but we're also
We're
the
not
host.
guests, we're hosts.
And both.
Is it your podcast?
I've decided yes.
Wow.
This is so fucked up.
Listen, I am doing so much of the work.
Oh my
You
god.
offered, I'm gonna hit you with hammers.
Play the GIF. Put
this
the
is-
GIF up. Put the editing GIF up.
This is a weekly podcast where we watching the detectives 100 times. Again, this is episode 5. And episode 5 is a bit of a strange one for us. It has been 9 days since our previous viewing. We just got out of the big viewing number 5.
You know what? Thank God for that.
The big 5-0.
Which it's nice to get it done on a Monday instead of the previous Friday, because now we only have 5 days of rest between the next viewing.
4.
It's really, we get to watch it twice in 1 week, and I think that's really
Yep.
beautiful.
What? You guys are excited about this?
You have to understand, Grace, that this was a podcast and it never was about the movie. And I think
This was a podcast.
it was, yes, it is, but it also was. And it never
Now it's a suicide note.
and it never is about the movie. It has always been about watching the movie
Yeah.
100 times. I would like to add a brief bit of context. After we watched the movie last Friday, my power went out maybe 12 hours later due to a freak occurring ice storm that took out power for most of the South, me specifically, and I was cut off cruelly by the force of nature, trapped in a prelapsarian dark.
We played so much Minecraft without you.
I was forced to make a pack for ancient knowledge, wherein I read by candlelight for the first time in years, and I thought.
You thought for the first time in years.
And I had many thoughts about my past, about my future, about what it means to be, and I would like to take a moment on this momentous occasion, episode 5. I'm going to read to you now a section by C.S. Lewis, and I think it will steady our hand in trying times such as these.
I'm waiting with bated breath. Please,
I'm
go
scared.
ahead.
He says, no one in his senses would deny that being in love is far better than either common sensuality or cold self-centeredness. But the most dangerous thing you can do is to take any one impulse of your own nature and set it up as the thing you ought to follow at all costs. Being in love is a good thing, but it is not the best thing. There are many things below it, as there are many things above it. You cannot make it the basis of a whole life. It is a noble feeling, but it is still a feeling. And no feeling can be relied on to last in its full intensity, or even to last at all. Knowledge can last, principles can last, habits can last, but feelings will come and go. And in fact, whatever people say, the state of being in love usually does not last. And I bring this quote up to say, we need to talk about how much this is going to suck. Because the joy of watching a movie with your friends will diminish, has diminished, will continue to diminish. So I want us, me personally, I am beginning to hate this movie.
You were just talking. We literally just watched the movie and you said, oh no, you did say that you hate the movie.
I
Never
did.
mind.
Yes.
You did. You started, when we started the movie, you said, oh my God, I love this movie.
No, I didn't.
Or you said this is a good movie.
Nope.
You did.
I
At the
did
beginning
not.
of the movie.
No, I did not.
You did.
That was somebody
You
else.
absolutely did. Summer?
You've been the conductor of the good movie train, and this feels like a big
that is
180 for you.
That is because my feelings have changed, and I will not latch myself onto previous feelings. I will let them flow through me. And let me tell you, my experience this watch through was not a positive one. It was positive in the fact that I spent it with you. I had a great time. But the movie itself was not the contributing factor in my joy.
I would just like to say, too, for clarification, you were sick also.
I'm better now, yes.
Yes,
I nearly died, yes. When the power was cut out, I went into relapse.
But we're coming out of similar scenarios.
I had a fever. I woke up sweaty and in pain.
When I was sick and died, we're coming out of similar scenarios where I came out of it and I was excited to come back to it.
I can't say that I enjoyed it.
The issue is with a group viewing, it's like when you go see a movie in theaters, there's a certain factor to your enjoyment solely because you've gotten out of the house and you're in the theater.
Right, and you're eating
and for
buttery
me,
popcorn.
Yeah. For me, it skews a movie. Not always, but I am more likely to enjoy a movie when I'm in the theater. And I am also more likely to infinitely enjoy a movie more when I'm with my friends.
Of course.
Absolutely.
So
I rated this 4 stars today as opposed to my previous 2 weeks of 3 stars. And I think that's pretty much entirely because I was with my sweet, sweet friends.
I had it at 3.5, and then I saw that I had The Passion of Joan of Arc and Watching the Detectives both at 3.5, so I dropped Watching the Detectives down to a 3. Just so my mutes know.
I feel like that's a far cry from the 5 you usually give it.
I think I was down to a 4 last week.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I gave it a 2.
I saw.
By the end of the month, I mean, it'll be negative.
1s across the board. I wonder...
This was supposed to be, by the way, episode 5 was supposed to be recorded on the 31st. It is now the 2nd.
Yes, we're a little bit behind, but that's because of the
It's now February. Happy Black History Month, everybody. There's
Happy
no
Black
black people in this
There's no
movie.
black
Not
people in
a
this movie.
single person of color, actually.
Well, no, that's not true. They're all faces we see in the first party scene.
Oh, you're so right.
They're in the movie. They don't say any lines.
That's crazy.
And then I don't know if they exist beyond that initial party. They front loaded them in this movie, and then they were like, okay, we've gotten them out of the way.
Awful.
That's fucked up.
No, but you know what that means? It's February. We're 1 month in.
Officially.
We've done it.
Oh my
We've done a
God.
month.
We've done a month. 1 month of
I think
of
we've
24.
served 1 month of 24. I think we got to give ourselves a little pat in the back.
I'm padding.
This episode feels like the debrief
Uh-huh.
from the last month of our lives. We did a month. Sure, it was a little bumpy because, I got sick, you got sick, and the power outage and everything. But, we did it.
We did it.
Is it something to be proud of?
In the sense that we've committed
No.
ourselves to a path.
And we're doing it.
Yes. I think that's
I will say,
to be
I
commended.
feel
Given our track record, I am proud of us for keeping up.
I feel an equal amount of pride and deep, deep shame.
Oh, deep-seated shame. Yeah. I constantly am like, I don't use Letterboxd for clout. Like, I don't see it as a social media. I have mutuals on Letterboxd that I deeply care about what they think of me. I don't know these people. I'm never gonna know them. One of my mutuals every week will like my Watching the Detectives review. And I don't know if they know what's going on.
Well, they should watch the pod.
You do tag it.
I do. I tag it. It's in my Letterboxd. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I know people in real life on Letterboxd who don't know that I'm doing this. It's not that I care, but I'm just like, what do they think? Do they even think about it where they see the same movie every week?
They think you're really going through it.
I think eventually they will start to notice.
I want to think about the impact it's had on us, but I also think that we've been quoting the movie since we saw it for the first time. So I don't know how much of that has changed. I think it's gotten worse.
Exponentially worse.
Yeah. And it's not even just dropping a line. It is a call and response.
I caught myself saying cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs no less than 3 times this last week.
Oh my god. I can't say that I have had the same level of dialectical interference But that is
I'll-
also because, again, I have to say that I experienced a great disconnection from reality
Yeah.
that allowed me to reboot myself on a
Which-
spiritual level.
Maybe it's just because of how I handled when I was sick. But
Well-
I kind of thought maybe you would come into this with like a renowned like you would be like cleansed.
Well, Grace, you're the one who watched this movie 3 times in a week initially because it made you feel
Hey.
better.
Hey,
I do not have the same level of
we
appreciation
don't talk
for
about
this piece.
February 2024.
That is the
Have you-
darkest month.
February
We're
2024
approaching
is a
your-
no-go.
We're approaching your 2-year watching the detectives anniversary.
I don't want to celebrate
We
that.
will. You have to celebrate. Unfortunately, the third viewing
Wait.
will end up on a Friday this year.
Let me see if they line up.
The anniversary. We've already checked. The anniversary of your third viewing of this film, the first time you gave it 5 stars, will be on a Friday when we watch this
Jesus
film.
Christ. Is that the 20th?
I think so.
Oh, I've just been faced with like the last 2 years of my life and like a Jimmy Neutron style brain
Mhm.
blast.
No, yeah.
It's all just come running back to me.
So that was me without power, and that's why
and like I don't like that. Now I understand.
now you're like, oh, I see. Yes, this isn't necessarily. This isn't a good thing or a bad thing. This is a journey we must go on. And it cannot be one fueled by love. Because as
No,
Mr. Lewis said,
Mr.
love does not last.
I
But-
can tell you, I was certainly not feeling love. In fact, my primary emotion coming into this viewing was white hot rage. And I will tell you why. I was on Letterboxd prior to our watch, and I was looking at the 0.5 star reviews for
no.
watching the detectives.
Abundant,
And
I'm sure.
There was about, I think, 680 0.5 star reviews. And so many people DNF'd the movie and still left a review. And to that I say, fuck
That's
you.
gross.
Fuck you.
You have to finish the
That's
movie.
gross.
if you
Delete
want to
the
review
app,
the
delete your
movie, you
account.
have to watch the movie.
Yeah. Sorry.
Someone said they DNF'd 10 minutes in.
What the
Kill
That's insane.
yourself.
killing yourself?
Killing yourself.
We should make t-shirts that say that.
That would be good. That would be a good t-shirt to sell.
Write that down, write that down.
Okay, Grace, you have to write it down.
Nope, stop. Nope, I'm not doing it.
You have to
Fuck
do
you.
it right now because if you say you're going to do it later,
Okay,
no, you won't.
I'm writing down, kill yourself t-shirt.
I want to highlight one
it's-
specific review
By all means.
that just really riled me up. And I'm not gonna call out the person, of course. I'm not gonna dox this poor Letterboxd reviewer.
People can find it if they want to.
Our
It
loyal
says, quote,
fan.
"As an extremely gullible person, I was really triggered by this. Also, it doesn't make sense."
No, is that the end of the review?
That's it.
What doesn't make
0.5
sense?
stars. It.
As an extremely gullible
Oh, actually, I
person,
do want to
crazy.
say, every time I watch this movie, I am waiting for it to feel normal, and it never does.
No, never ever.
This is a distinctly strange experience.
The most normal it feels is like when they're walking down the street, but I think it would only be normal if you had it muted.
Yes, because the conversation they're having is distinctly
Awful.
insane.
This movie is an experience that really it delights all the senses, not just your eyes.
What?
And I'm not gonna elaborate
The
on
sense, you know, the feeling. There's a nerve in your body that tells your esophagus when stomach acid has left your stomach, and that's what we call heartburn. That's definitely one of the senses that this movie sets off.
Heartburn. Those secret.
Absolutely.
Those secret sixth sense heartburn. You guys are so full of hate.
I don't think I've
We've been very kind to this movie.
My vitriol is
Look.
not directed towards the movie, but to the sheeple out there who refuse to appreciate this
No,
fine art.
I think you're taking it far.
You
I think
have
you're
to
taking it a bit
you have
there.
to understand that I don't think I've never said this is a bad movie.
No.
I've said this movie sucks, but a movie can suck and still be good. and to this, I would refer you to the Adam West Batman movie review I put out.
Oh, banger. That movie fucking rules, but also I'm the most biased person on the planet. Here's the thing. I just like movies. I'm not gonna say that I hate a movie. Unless I really hate a movie, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm upset. I had a great time.
I'll say that I hate a movie, but I don't hate this movie.
Every time,
so I won't say anything.
every time I had something nice to say about this movie, Grace, you're like, I can't wait for you to hear what you're saying in 50 watches.
Well, we're at 5, so come back to me in 50.
Okay.
But, like, legitimately, every time, I don't know what it is, every single time I go to watch the movie, I am so full of dread.
Mm-hmm.
And then we come to record the pod, and I'm having a great time.
Exactly.
I don't even care.
The
Almost like
last-
spending time
the
with your
last
friends is fun.
15 minutes
That's
of this
crazy.
movie fill me with so much gleeful joy.
Yeah, you got excited.
And I'll stand by it. This movie flies by. This
It
is-
does pass
this really
quite quickly.
is not a movie where it just drags on. The scenes do not last too long.
No.
There's enough stuff going on in them where you can be engaged, and the entire experience is a blissful, breezy 90 minutes that at this point on my fifth viewing, my fifth official experimental viewing, is getting a little bit painful, but painful like
I
a
would
bee
not
sting
describe
where,
it.
you know, as it eases off, you kind of feel better than you felt before you were stung.
I would not describe it as a 90-minute romp anymore.
Really?
I've-
It's
yeah.
been de-rompified?
Is it no longer 90 minutes?
No, I mean, no. I will say, and I don't know if it's just because I've had a long day, it did drag for me a little bit. I sit here and I'm like, yeah, no, I still like it. And then I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know, you guys.
This is why I had the reading. I'm like, we have to acknowledge the facts at hand.
Oh.
We
you're
cannot
right, I
keep
didn't-
deluding ourselves.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I, like, genuinely, that's how I feel. I think that it has lost romp status. Because, like, a romp to me is like, I don't know, we're gonna go,
like a party, I believe
Yeah.
is the strict definition.
yeah, sure. Like, you know, we're gonna go frolic in the park a little bit.
Hang out in the rompus room.
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm in the rumpus room anymore. I feel like I had one too many in the rumpus room.
No,
And,
you're,
like,
you're sitting on the
I'm waiting.
couch.
Yeah, and
You
I just
threw
need to
up in the
leave.
bouncy castle.
Threw up in the bouncy castle in the rumpus room, and
Yep.
now I need to leave.
You're
Oh,
being
but
asked
despite-
to
You're
leave.
sitting on a stool by the door, sipping a juice box. They're trying to get your blood sugar.
No,
up.
because here's the thing: is they can't ask me to leave because I need to be in the rumpus room for another 95 weeks. I do not. Let me try to elaborate on how I feel. I do not enjoy this. I do not look forward to it. Every Friday is my only day off all week. I got one day a week,
Uh-huh.
and I choose to watch the same movie
Mhm.
every single day.
Yep.
Every single week. I do not look forward to it. It stresses me out. I feel like I love the experience. I don't know how to describe it because I have like a love-hate relationship
can
with this
be-
entire
It
experience.
could be unenjoyable and fun.
I'm in a horrific relationship.
It can be not fun and still enjoyable at the same time.
And like even when I'm watching the movie, like I don't necessarily mind it. I'm just excited because I know I get to go like play in the bouncy castle again. watching the movie is like watching the movie is before I get to go into the bouncy castle after I've thrown up in the bouncy castle and they're like trying to clean up and like I don't feel good.
Right.
And then I get to go record the podcast, and that's the bouncy castle. This is the romp. We've reinvented the 90-minute romp has shifted from the movie to the not 90-minute long podcast.
Yes. No,
It's
this has
certainly
always
not 90
been
minutes.
this has always been the final destination that we've been working our way towards.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it took us 5 episodes to get here. I would have felt better if it was 10 episodes to get to this point, just to have a little bit more distance between us.
No, I think
But
we gotta go.
the
Episode 6, we gotta go back to straight analysis.
I feel
I
like,
don't
I
think so.
took notes. I have things to say.
By all means, I do want to say,
God.
I think at this point we should try to figure out some of the construction and the formative bits that we will like. We need sections, right? And I think you brought up the idea of having a favorite quote section.
Favorite quotes. Oh, I was thinking about this actually while we were watching the movie, or
Mhm.
not while we were watching, but like literally 5 minutes ago. We should have like the first 10 minutes should be like housekeeping.
Okay,
So like, or like we do our not 10 minutes, but like after we do our intro, whatever.
Right.
We should do housekeeping. So if you've said something in a previous episode and you now realize that you're wrong or you want to add on to it, like you add it in the housekeeping section.
I agree.
And then of course, I think favorite quote.
For me, my watching the detectives quote of the week is still "You're on crack." I love the way he says that.
You're on crack.
You're on crack. Does anyone else have a watching the detectives quote of the week?
Well, I do always include a quote in my Letterboxd review. And my quote for this week is, I tried.
That's a good quote. That's a good
tried.
quote.
I gotta go. I did not. I had a quote in my Letterboxd review, but it is not this quote.
Okay.
I'm still really fond of Jerry Lewis is making a
Jerry
salad.
Lewis is making a salad.
I just
Jerry
the,
Lewis
the
is gonna make a
joy in his
salad.
voice. Jerry Lewis is gonna make a salad.
It captures his heart the same way She Gorilla captures his heart.
Right. Jerry Lewis is gonna make a salad has spilled into my life to the point where I don't know if I've sent the picture of Jerry Lewis hanging himself.
No.
Oh my god.
I found the movie that they're talking about, and there's a scene. I'll send it right now. There's a scene
Editing
where
Eleanor.
You know
Put
what
that
to
in.
Up
do.
there. Throw that shit up there.
Eleanor, throw that shit in. I gotta find it. Hold on.
Can
I've
you
been
make it
using this as
spin
a reaction
around?
picture. I don't know if you're gonna want to make it spin once I send it.
Oh, I've
Um,
seen this. Yeah.
Eleanor.
I've been using it.
Editing Eleanor. Invert the colors. No, that's too
Edit
far.
Eleanor.
Don't do that.
Can you like oversaturate it just by like 11? And then undersaturate it by 9.
Can you put a party hat on Jerry Lewis so it's not as depressing?
And I want some confetti also.
You have sent this picture. You have sent this picture.
Yeah, I've been using it nonstop because if my research is right, this is from the movie where he makes a salad.
This is low key what Lucian looks like for most of the movie.
That's awesome.
That's why he loves Jerry Lewis so much. That's actually his father.
Jerry Lewis is his father.
Lucian Lewis is crazy. Well, then are him and Neil brothers,
Yes.
or do they just have the same last name?
They're brothers. And actually, you know what? My last note, I only did a page and a half. My last note with no explanation. It says dead parents theory.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
And I didn't elaborate on it. So I'm just gonna start saying things.
Yeah, I would like you to elaborate now.
I think that the reason Neil is the way that he is because he is the child of incredibly rich, incredibly eccentric, and incredibly dead parents.
You're so right. How else would he be able to afford anything?
Exactly.
This is so true.
It's
Oh
why
my
he's so
God.
isolated.
He's the son of dead Jerry Lewis.
He's Jerry Lewis's son.
I think that's taking it a bit far.
No, you've cracked it, Summer.
It's
Is
how
Jerry
he can
Lewis-
afford his gigantic house. He can keep the video store open. It's why he spent so much of his time inside watching movies as a kid, because his dead parents couldn't take him anywhere.
Oh my god. It's the only way he could connect with them.
Exactly. Now you're on my wavelength. Grace, are you picking up what I'm putting down?
I'm like looking at it carefully with a magnifying glass.
You hate every single one of our theories.
I have to. No, I like polycule theory. I have
You
to
have
sit on
so
this
much
one.
hate in your heart.
No, I don't. I'm so full of love.
Grace,
and,
Grace,
and-
Grace is this is her autism showing. Grace has trouble thinking outside the box.
Nuh-uh,
If it didn't
not
have, if it
true.
isn't stated explicitly within the plot construction of the movie, it's fake and not true.
This
See,
is
I don't
not
think that's
true.
true at all.
Yeah, I was.
There's
that's not true
there's
at
no
all.
other evidence for why Grace would not support Tulpa theory.
No, I don't support Tulpa theory because you're fucking nuts.
Viewers, watch episode 1 if you don't know what Tulpa theory is.
If you
I'm
haven't
not
seen
explaining it.
episode 1, get the fuck out of here.
Whoa.
If you haven't seen episode 1, Killian
Whoa.
yourself.
No. If you haven't seen episode 1, go watch it and come back.
Today's episode is called Killian Yourself.
That's a good episode title.
That's a good one. It's a good one. Thumbnail is Jerry Lewis edited into the Oppenheimer poster.
The
Oh my
thumbnail is
God.
the same as every single other podcast.
Yeah. Fuck you guys.
Well, you know, Grace, you're supposed to be making us a new
know.
graphic this week.
I'm working on it. Next. What? It won't be ready for this episode. I'll have it ready for this week's actual episode.
Viewers
This
may not
is like
know this, but our background and thumbnail image was lovingly handcrafted by my own 2 paws.
And how long did it take you?
Listen, I had to do it. I had to try at least twice.
I had to do it.
How long did
It
it
looks
take you?
good.
About 6 minutes.
Word. I can beat that. I can do it in 3.
New speedrun category, and it's just constructing this single image.
Listen, I had to rotate Cillian Murphy. I had to artfully erase the background. All of this without even a Canva subscription to my name.
Yo, fuck Canva. I have no reason. I just have serious beef with Canva. I've never used it.
Serious
Nope.
Beef is the name of my D&D character.
It's a good one. It's a good band name.
It's a much better band name than American Sex Club.
Dude, I'm sorry. I would listen to American Sex Club. I think last time I was talking about Tokyo Police Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good band name.
No, it's not.
I don't know how to tell you. It's pretty good.
Clubs are not bands.
Bands play clubs.
Exactly.
I think I've just come up with another idea for a potential segment for the show.
We do need segments.
Yes.
I think every week one person should be given the task of pitching a sequel for the movie.
Oh, this is perfect.
And then at the end we will have 95 sequel ideas.
And then we'll go to Paul
An
Soder.
abundance. And we go to Paul and we go, Paul.
Listen, we got some ideas.
Boy, do we have a movie for
Does
you.
anyone want to take the first sequel?
Why, of course I do. That's why I pitched the idea, silly goose.
I figured you had something cooking up there.
All right. Set the scene for us. How is this sequel gonna go?
This is going to be a true, dark, noir detective sequel. Neil
Shit.
has gone missing.
Fuck.
Jonathan, Lucian, Buddy, Marcia, and a now adult Emerson now have to uncover what it takes place in the current time, by the way. It's now.
20
We
years
get
later.
the whole band back together. This is inspired by Lucian's pipe and him sitting in front of a poster of Sherlock Holmes. I want him to be Sherlock Holmes. And Jonathan is Watson, of course. And I don't know any other Sherlock characters for Buddy and Marcia and Emerson to be. I'm sorry. They haven't heard from Neil in 20 years. And they get a letter on their doorstep. And I don't know what's in that letter. I don't know. That's up to Paul.
Paul's the writer.
But it's very concerning. It's a concerning letter is what I'm saying. And it
It has to do with the Lewis fortune.
exactly, and it implicates Violet in a series of increasingly disturbing crimes.
Oh man.
And then we find out that well, I don't know what we find out yet. I haven't thought that far ahead. That's for Paul to decide again also. Thanks, Paul.
So
Well, so the
you don't
so
have a sequel plan. You have the bones of a sequel, and you want Paul to do the rest.
well we could do
Yeah.
it. We could figure out the rest right now.
Can you help me? Can you help me with my sequel?
It's like Dora.
Please help me with my sequel.
Yeah. So I just don't know if this works, but yeah, we have to
What do you mean?
to workshop it.
You're shooting
No, we have to
down
workshop
Summer's
it.
sequel
We
immediately?
have to workshop it. That's all I'm
We're
saying.
doing it right now.
so much.
We're workshopping it right now, and you're like, I don't know if this works, guys. This kind of
Workshop
You're
sucks.
it-
stifling
workshop it faster.
my creative spirit. You're clipping my
This is
wings.
just like Tulpa Theory all over again.
Workshop faster.
It's you're the workshopper. They find out that Neil has faked his own death to claim a vast life insurance policy that Violet has placed on him.
No,
And
I think
also
they're
that
in
he's
on it
Jerry
together.
Lewis's son.
Emerson is clearly Moriarty.
That's, I think, another segment, fan casting. Fan casting characters from this movie into other movies.
That's pretty good.
I'm just
Violet,
gonna
of
keep
course,
saying,
is Darth
I'm
Vader.
gonna say Jason Sudeikis as roles that Jason Sudeikis already plays.
Harold and his purple crayon.
Nope, that's
I know,
Wrong
that's
guy.
the joke, Grace.
You make a mistake one time and it haunts you for 5 episodes.
Well, listen,
I made a very sincere apology.
you did, and I have to
You
give you,
did.
it was very sincere.
I have to respect you for that. Yeah.
I'm great at apologizing on account of how often I mess up. I hope you liked my dark detective noir sequel.
I do. I think there's a lot of bones there.
We can make this work.
I think it has legs.
Plenty of bones in those legs.
I think it has 8 legs and it's scuttling around
Scuttling around sideways.
I don't like that.
up and down the
It-
walls.
No.
It's picking
I'm
up
not-
the VHS tapes with its 2 pincers and it's clicking it against the ground.
No, I'm not about that actually.
It's going gooble gobble, gooble gobble.
No, I think you've lost me there with the Google Gobble. I don't think I can get behind that morally.
You're morally opposed to Google Goggle.
Yeah.
What was that? No, I tried to explain that. No, I said I. Okay, listen, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the Google gobble.
Yeah, thank you.
I
Thank you.
I actually don't accept your apology.
They didn't accept the. No, I tried. I tried. No, like I'm really genuinely very sorry. I was trying to make a reference to the one of us, Google gobble. But yeah, you guys didn't like that, so
No, I didn't like it one bit.
so
Yeah,
I sincerely I want to take that back.
You can't.
Well, we'll see about that.
You can't ungoogle your gobble.
It's too late, man.
Once you let that gobble out of the box, you can't get that
Once
shit
you
back.
let that
Yeah.
gobble google,
Can I share my Josh Gad anecdote?
by all means.
I would love to hear
I've
your
been-
Josh Gad anecdote.
I've been sitting on this one for a few days. Spoilers? Question mark? For the new Marvel TV show?
Oh shit.
I think.
What?
Maybe. New viewers, if you're new here, Josh Gad is in this movie and we don't know where he is.
He's in the credits.
He's in the credits, is where he is. I wanted to share this with the group chat, but I figured it'd be better for the pod. I saw a tweet, and I wish that I had screenshotted it so I could send it to you, but I'll find it again.
No, you won't.
You won't.
I will.
You won't. You never do.
I will.
You
I
haven't
will.
done it
I'll
one
find it. I'll
time.
find it right now. I'll find
Eleanor,
it right
put
now.
up a picture of nothing because you don't have the tweet.
No, I'm gonna find it right now.
No, you need to tell us the Josh Gad story.
Yeah. So I found this tweet from I thought it was Discussing Film, but it probably wasn't. It was like a Marvel news page or something, and it just said Josh Gad has died at whatever age he was in some production. And
I did
I
see
got
that,
so
yeah.
scared that Josh Gad had died that I immediately ran to the group chat, and then I used my my thinking brain
Your
for
powers
5
of
minutes.
deduction.
And I went to Google and I said Josh Gad, and it said he was alive.
the living.
Yeah. So not only is he not dead, but he's also in this movie.
Crisis averted.
It's so good because
Yeah.
he can't die before we've had him on the podcast.
We need to interview him about his role in watching.
Oh
The
no,
Detectives.
it's Josh Gad has gone missing.
I think it's really important
Josh Gad has
that we gain so much fame and become critical darlings of the podcast world because we just have a lot of interviews we have to conduct and they're not answering
We have
our
to talk
phone
to
calls.
a lot of people.
Yeah. With a lot of people. We have to I want the Hollywood or the Long Island medium, Teresa Caputo, so we can interview Jerry Lewis.
Of course.
That's the like the height of
Him, and we got to get Baby Emerson on the pod. I think that will
that's
be
more likely than the ghost of Jerry Lewis.
No. That's easy sauce. We have to find the baby who played Emerson. Then we have
Supposedly
to
it's-
find them as an adult.
Actually, one of the reasons why I was filled with so much rage was because I had seen another tweet falsely claiming that the baby in this movie is Cillian Murphy's baby.
And as we have established,
Once again, I must say, this is not correct.
I'm steaming. I'm holding my I can't. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
And
My doctor told me my blood pressure gets too high. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
your
I would
heart
like
will
everyone to
explode.
know that I looked up, and the real father of the baby is Buddy.
I
Yes.
thought so.
I've been saying this. Have I not said this?
No, you haven't. Or maybe I
We
wasn't
gotta get-
listening.
Well,
We got to get Buddy on the phone. Buddy, let us talk to your son.
patch us through to your baby.
Pat just through to your boy, buddy.
I want to see your boy son. Your boy son, Barry.
Your boy
Parents?
son Barry. Maybe that's his name.
Parents? Alrighty, I think this is a good place to wrap it up. If anyone has any final notes, ideas, it's been 44 minutes. So
Yeah, I mean,
if we're trying to aim around for a consistent time here, this is where we can start to wrap it up.
I've got a lot of thinking about my sequel idea to do over the next 5 days, but that'll be for next episode, of course.
Of course, Grace.
Do you guys know the guy that plays Buddy is a voice actor?
I did not.
No.
He's in Naruto Shippuden.
Is he?
Is he Naruto?
Yeah, he's Obito Uchiha.
I feel like we could get
If
him
he's
on the
not
pod. then.
Naruto, if he's not Naruto,
No,
I don't
he's
give
not
a
Naruto.
damn.
I don't know anything about Naruto. Hold on, who is this?
Naruto.
Oh, he's the guy. He's the guy with the mask, the orange mask from Naruto.
I don't know
Isn't
what the
that
fuck
He's
you're
like
everybody?
talking
Naruto's.
about. I'm not a fucking nerd. I don't know what
He's-
you're talking about.
I don't know anything about Naruto. We gotta get a certified loser on the pod to talk about Naruto.
You know Kakashi Naruto, of course.
Yeah, but not from Naruto.
We'll get our Naruto expert on the horn.
Anime watchers do not interact.
Anime watchers, get off my podcast.
Get out of
Anime
here.
watchers, killing yourself.
Get out of here before I give you a wedgie and toss you into a shower.
Summer got cut off and it sounded like anime watchers clean yourself.
You know what?
Which
That's
is also-
that.
This podcast is tearing our family apart.
To regain peace and love in our community, Eleanor, we need you to begin our outro.
Well, this has been another successful recording
Successful's a strong word.
of a wonderful podcast where we watch
Oh, wonderful is a strong
a
word.
fantastic movie
Fantastic is a strong word.
about a couple of detectives
No, blatantly false, actually.
called Watching the Detectives. And you just found out who watches
We do.
Watching the Detectives. The question I have for you is, can you watch a podcast?
Yes.
No,
My name is Eleanor,
I'm Summer.
I'm great.
and we'll see you in the next one.
And we watched Watching the Detectives.
That's right.
Play us out, Killian.
Help me. Help.
Play us out, Killian.
Help.
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 I need
Help.
some,
Play us out,
Help.
Killian.
Help.
Now, this is very special to me because in like the early 2000s, I was in America and I wasn't really happy with the sort of work I was doing, and I wasn't really happy with my approach to acting, and everyone was like, "Man, you gotta watch Cassavetes," and like it was kind of embarrassing that I hadn't watched it by then. So I went out and I bought this collection